Not stopping.
What's going on, you guys? So Hector Luis Garcia says it will be him fighting Ryan Garcia instead of Gervonta Tank Davis. And Hector Luis Garcia going into this fight with Tank Davis is a 50-1 underdog. He was also an underdog in his impressive performance against the formerly unbeaten rising star Christopher Primetime Colbert. He beat Colbert for the WBA Super Regular title, and then he went on to beat Roger Gutierrez. Another impressive performance from Hector Luis Garcia, who was a 2016 Olympian. He's 31 years old, and he has a lot of momentum going into this fight with Tank Davis, which takes place in Washington, D.C., January 7th. But Hector Garcia doesn't seem to be deterred by the fact that he's such a sizable underdog going into this fight with the uber-popular Gervonta Tank Davis. He says all of that stuff doesn't matter. It's nothing new for me. It just makes it look better when I win. So he's confident going into this fight with Tank Davis. And a lot of boxing fans, a lot of hardcore fans seem to believe that this is more of an interesting matchup than the fight with Ryan Garcia. Now, the Ryan Garcia fight is more of a appealing matchup. Two rising stars, two popular fighters, right? But if you've been paying attention to guys like Hector Garcia, who's nowhere near as popular as Ryan Garcia, the dude could fight. He's a southpaw. He could fight. And it could be an interesting night for Gervonta Tank Davis, who's now 28 years old. And if I'm honest about Tank Davis, it seems like as the years go by, he throws less and less punches in the ring. But all it takes from Tank Davis is one punch. But Hector Garcia laughs at the idea of him being a tune-up fight for Tank Davis going into a potential Ryan fight. And as we know, both Ryan and Tank have tune-up fights leading to their eventual showdown later next year. But Hector Luis Garcia has a few things he had to say, and he says this: I don't care when they schedule that fight, but I am glad they already have it locked in. Once I take care of Davis, it will be me fighting Ryan. Don't be surprised. Just sit back and watch. And Hector Garcia is trained by Bob Santos, who's a trainer with Carlos Adames, Alberto Puella, Leonardo Pereira, Edgar Miniman, Pac-Man Rosa. So Hector Garcia seems to be very confident going into this fight. There's not going to be too much trash talk probably between the two guys, probably about a couple of weeks before the fight. Hector Garcia, I don't believe he speaks English, so Tank Davis been putting the promotion elsewhere to the other guys in the division that can speak English, guys like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, those type of dudes. But I just find it funny, and a lot of you guys probably scratching your head at this as well, is why now talk so much trash, show so much animosity towards the other lightweights. Why didn't you do this prior to you getting locked in with these two fights with these guys, right? The two Garcias. Fans question it, but truthfully, the fight with Hector Garcia is a real fight, and I don't necessarily think it's a tune-up, me personally. I think it's a really good fight. However, Hector Luis Garcia is a super featherweight guy who moved up, if I'm not mistaken, he moved up the fight. He's not necessarily a lightweight. He's not a lightweight. Tank Davis is a lightweight. I don't really consider Tank Davis a super featherweight anymore, or junior, whatever. I don't consider him a featherweight at all anymore. He fought all the way upwards to 140 pounds. He's stopping guys at that weight, and now he's going back down. I'm not even sure what weight this fight is in. I'm not even sure what weight this fight is at. Is it at 130? Is it 135? Is it at some type of catch weight? Is it at tank weight? I don't know what weight this fight is at. Just somebody leave in the comment section. I really don't know. But whatever the case, we got a show. I think this fight could be interesting, more interesting than people think. Tank Davis is taking this guy seriously. He's training hard. He's putting in the work. Because let's be honest. They say it's a tune-up on paper, but I don't necessarily believe that Hector Luis Garcia is a tune-up guy. But since he's not popular, they're going to consider him a tune-up. He's 31 years old. A guy essentially with nothing to lose still at this point of his career, even though he got some momentum going into this fight. Should be a good fight, man. I like Hector Garcia. He made a really good account of himself against the loudmouth primetime Christopher Colbert. Even stopped him, made him quit in the fight. It was just ridiculous, right? It was just really crazy showing. Very impressive performance from the stoic Hector Luis Garcia. He says it will be him fighting Ryan Garcia instead of Gervonta Tank Davis. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.